Hey, what's up, everyone? Thunderbob here, and I am checking out a little more Diablo 2 Resurrected Alpha. Made a request to show off a Werebear Maul build. This is a Druid combination I don't have a lot of experience with. My main was a Fury Druid back in the day. I had a 92 hardcore Fury Druid, but we're gonna see how this works out. This basically revolves around, of course, Werebear and the Maul ability. I've also trying out Shockwave. It's a good stun skill from my understanding. We're going with Heart of the Wolverine for some bonus damage, and a few points into Grizzly just because I had some left over to have a Grizzly maybe can take a couple of hits, probably not, but we'll see. Yeah, so this has the same gear as the Fury Druid I posted. It's maybe not completely optimal for this character, but it's what I had to work with. I couldn't find a good save file, so I kind of threw this together from a couple of different characters. These don't make a lot of sense on the character, but that's what I got. Damage charms, life and resistance charms, and some shapeshift and life charms. Alright, we're going to see how quick we can do Andariel, and maybe jump into a couple other areas after that. And again, it may take me a second to get up to speed on this. I didn't play Werebear much back in the day. My understanding is basically just walk up to things and you hit them. It's a lot like Feral Rage, actually, whereas you're building up charges. Increases your damage considerably. I have a bit less attack rating than I did in Werebear form, or Werewolf form. I had a less than fun day today. I got a call from my local code enforcement department today. I am inheriting my parents' home, which also makes me responsible for its upkeep. And the neighbor apparently called on some bushes that were overgrown, which I've been dealing with for the last 2 months or so, but apparently not fast enough. So, get to deal with that now. Hooray. But I also met with a real estate agent, and probably be selling the place in the not too distant future. So, I am obscenely busy lately. That Shockwave is pretty cool, but it is limited. It didn't seem to impact the champion pack there at all. Definitely does not do much damage. It's supposed to have a pretty ridiculous length of stun, though. Well, it did in fact... Oh, okay. That wasn't a champion. Yeah, nothing on those guys. I don't think it's the quickest build by any means that I've played, but it's definitely one of the safest. Really large amount of life, good defense. You can play it with a shield like I am here. That's totally the wrong way. And the Enigma is totally not the right armor for this because you can't teleport when you're transformed, but it's what I had at hand, so my apologies. See if I can find something better for my next video. Shockwave also is kind of get out of jail card. If you get surrounded, you can hit it, and it definitely gives you a little bit of time to maneuver. I still think I prefer a Fury Druid if I was going with a Shapeshifter, but this is pretty fun. Definitely a defensive build. Might be good for hardcore. Though I have not tested that myself. My hardcore character was a Fury Druid back in the day. I have enough lifesteal that, like, keeping this 6,000 health up is not a problem at all. I'm actually taking so little damage, too. Is it normal to make it impossible to keep your Heart of the Wolverine up? Like, back in the day, I always ran Oak Sage because it was a hardcore Fury Druid. And I know that increases the life of everything, but I don't remember having trouble keeping the Oak Sage up. But this thing is dying almost immediately. Let's see, I think it's north. Yep. That shockwave has a pretty short range. And actually, this character I think will have less trouble killing Andariel because with Fury, you have trouble where you are hitting all these other weaker enemies instead of her. Alright, I don't have a portal on me. Oh, there's one. I say I was about to back out, but I don't need to. I've shown off like everything. I feel like I'm getting to the point where there's not much more I can do in the alpha. You know what? Actually, this is perfect. I was just thinking, I haven't gone to Tristram since like my initial playthrough. Bishibashi! I think that's my favorite, like, always there monster pack. And this looks so good. I remember the first time playing Diablo 2 and coming back here was such a cool experience. Like, seeing that place where you spent all of the first game reduced to this, you know, fiery death, and running into Griswold and finding Wirt's body and everything. Definitely one of my favorite gaming moments. And then Diablo 3, kinda, you basically cross the same path again, right? The one downfall I find of this build is it's definitely very single target focused. Remember, wasn't it you would gamble with Wirt back in the day, I think, right? Somehow he would always steal your money. I feel like that was a little in-joke that he gives you his leg and a bunch of money back. This music is killer. Matt Uliman, I think, does it. I'd love for them to remaster Diablo 1 as well. Like, that's a game that very different from Diablo 2. It's a much more slow-paced, methodical, like, almost a horror game, but I love it as well. I think of the series, Diablo 2 is my favorite. I don't think that's ever going to change, unless 4 is just amazing somehow. But Diablo 1, I remember playing when it came out, and was pretty amazed by it. So, I would love to see Diablo 1 redone in the same style. Not even changing the gameplay, just better graphics, modern resolution, that sort of thing. Well, I'm probably going to end it here. I just wanted to spend a couple minutes showing off this build. I mention this a lot, but if there's anything you want to see, leave me a message. I might have it, or I could probably put one together. It might take me a little while, but I'll get to it eventually. Or if there's any areas I've missed, I know I've done videos all over the place, let me know. I'll try to accommodate and show it off in the next one. But yeah, if you like this, I have a ton of videos for Diablo 2, Resurrected, and Project Diablo 2. And if you like those, think about subscribing. I would definitely appreciate it. So once again, thank you for watching, and have a great night.